In this video, I'm going to show you our trial challenge, and also I'm going to announce 2 new contestants. Okay, so we had the first trial of the challenge, and this is just to show everyone, you know, what to expect. Now we had 2 guys from old school, and we just wanted give it a go. Now there's a few changes we've done. We actually put a side tower, so you can actually see the enemy. You can see what he's making, and this is example of what not to do. Okay, because as you can see, one of our guy, by mistake, he put a jammer. Okay, and this is why I specifically said in the video that one of the things you cannot do is to put a jammer, and this is because of exactly the reason you see now. We cannot really see, the audience can't really see what's going on, and I need to now make a spy plane and constantly going back and forth just to show what's going on. Also, this is not really fair towards the other player, because obviously the other player can't see you, but you can see him, so this is just unfair. So this is important, not to put a jammer. Also, don't put detector tower in case that happens and I need to use spy plane. I don't want to be detected. So this is very, very important. Now, we did say this, I mean, I said that in the video. There was information in the comment section, so you have to obey these basic rules, because otherwise, you know, there is not much fun. And obviously we will need to use some form of penalties. I mean, we can say that, you know, if you put a jammer, you will be just disqualified. However, on the other hand, you know, to prepare the challenge, it's just very time consuming. You have to remember, I need to I mean, the top up the gold is obviously not the time consuming, but you know, to bring the resources up, to produce the troops and so on, is just time consuming. So if 2 players who play against each other, they decide to go rogue, it's just gonna ruin the fun for everyone else. So just remember about this. Now, also just want to point out, if some of you who are participating decide to steal the account, you're only gonna gain maybe 1,000 gold. Okay, so it's not much. You're not gonna stay in here because we're gonna take that base down, and it's just not worth it. What I might do, as per recommendation of one of my subscribers, I might actually give 1,000 gold to the, well, have to call it loser, but I'd like to point out that this is not, that reward, that 1,000 gold is not for participation, because I hate this idea what I've heard around, that the kids in school, they've gotten rewards for participations. I think this is wrong. So in here, this is not for participation as such. This is a sort of a reward, you can call it, for the fact that you are in a challenge. You actually got into the challenge, so that's why you get in a reward. And obviously, if you win the challenge, you will get a better reward. But remember, we do all of that for fun, and this is for fun of the participants, and also for fun for the audience. So, and this is my main goal. Going back to the penalty, If someone by mistake, assuming it'll be mistake, put a jammer or do something which was against the rules, what we will do, rather than just disqualifying him, I will just send a form of support for the other player as a, a supportive plane or tanks or what have you, and that way we will make the life more difficult for that player. Whether that's going to be fair or not, well, it will be up to that player. I mean, the rules are clear, so obviously assuming that was a mistake, but there will have to be a price to pay for that. And regarding the stealing the base, this is for any participant who will decide to keep that for himself. Well, obviously, this is not a huge price, but we will know who you are, and therefore if you do that, you will be kind of banned from any other challenges. So I don't think this is worth it. Yeah, so now going back to this challenge, at the moment, as you can see, right now the A guy, he put nationals at the back of the base, and this is very dangerous because nationals have the range to actually kill any tanks coming out of the base. So if you set this correctly, that could be the game over for the other player. So there is a lot of ways, but it all depends how you're gonna start. So if you just go with everything in, that might not be the best idea, because if you lose the troops, you will have very tight window to actually make some troops before the enemy comes and basically secure the base. And once the base is secure, then obviously you will lose. So you just need to think about of your approach. Perhaps you can plan it even before you start. Obviously we will have the start date and time exactly when it's going to start, regardless whether the people will be online or not. That will be a part of a rule. So we set the challenge for, let's say, 8 p.m. game time. This is when it starts. So especially the two participants, they must be ready, because 8 o'clock is the start, and obviously if you are late, then you will lose. You can see how a guy is gathering troops behind the IMU base, and he's basically trying to choke him. Now at the same time, because obviously we had a communication during that trial, the IMU actually running out of resources. Still have some, but he was already complaining that he's running low, and this is something you have to remember. You will have a goal to speed up the production of the tank, but there is no way to speed up the resources. So if you run out of resources, then you pretty much lost. Obviously you will have to say that you're giving up, or if we all decide that for example, if the enemy put bunch of nationals behind the base, you have no other troops, and then he start attacking your flags, we all know that there is no way out of it, and therefore we can all decide that this is the end, and we'll just announce the winner. Okay, and now we're going to announce two participants for the challenge. Now, when I read the comments, there were quite good points given by some of you. So what I've decided to do, the first contestant will be, as I said, the first person who gave correct answer to my question. But the second contestant, we are going to draw from all the people who gave the right answer. Now, just for your information, if the comment is edited, obviously that would not count. Now, it took me a while to think about the best possible way to make this draw. Now, obviously, this is all recorded, so some of you could claim that, you know, this is all set up and, you know, I could have spin that wheel and get as many footage as I want just to get the right person. But hopefully by now you can see that, you know, all the subscribers I know are people from basically all over the world. I don't know these people, and obviously it wouldn't be fun if I was cheating. So you just have to trust me. Everything what I've done to the best of my ability to create a professional wheel draw. And yeah, and there it is. So there will be a quick spin now. We're gonna select that person and I'm gonna announce who was the first one. So there we go.
Ding dong!
I've been lucky, I have a good home. I've been lucky, I can call it my own. I've been lucky, oh so lucky.
And there we are. We got Mr. Muhammad Hafiz or Hafez.
Y'all stand by me.
Now the wheel I tried to do as best as I could, so please don't criticize too much, but it worked, and that's the main thing. Now in here I'll just showing you that Mr. Muhammad was actually one of those who answered the correct number of map, and therefore he is the second winner. Now to check who is number one contestant, we're gonna go to my video, we're gonna select sort by newest first, and then we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. That's it. So the first person who answered the question correctly was Empire Ali. So he is the number one, and then Mr. Muhammad is number two. Where is he? I just want to show Mr. Muhammad. Yeah, Mr. Muhammad is number two. So what I'm going to do now, if you could Discord me, and I just need to verify and give you the details for the account, and we're gonna set the date for the challenge. So thank you very much everyone, and looking forward for the fight.